Welcome back, guys. Today I actually have quite a couple things to talk to you guys about. It's a little bit overwhelming, but we could get through it. First of all, I do want to talk to you guys about relationships. I have talked about this a lot, but it's something that obviously has to get people's attentions, because it's crazy what's happening, it's crazy what's going on and how people are taking a relationship. It's just people don't take them seriously anymore. They just see it as a pastime and that's it, like something they could have fun with. And a day or two later, oh, it's over, and then a day or two later, oh, we're back on, or a day or two later again, it's over, and like, oh, well, this time's for real, this time it isn't. It's just it's hectic. It's hectic, and aside from that, there's the cheating and the I want to be with this person, I want to be with this other person, I want to be with him, I want to be with her. Like, it gets crazy, it's annoying, but people have made it their daily life. People have made it part of their life to live a crazy, weird life like that. I really don't understand how that gives them any joy, any support, any kind of establishment on what they want to do in life. It doesn't give them their boundaries. It makes them go free and do whatever they want, and that's the reason they pretty much put themselves in those positions. Like, they put themselves in the position to cheat. They put themselves not to, like, not love the person they're with to the fullest, because it is that easy. It is that easy to just get with someone and go live with them. It is that easy to not get married. It is that easy to have kids without even having something to tie you down, something to make you raise your children together, like, now it's like, oh, I'll have a kid, all right, let's have a kid. And like, once the kid's born, you like, it's over, and the kid grows up all dysfunctional because he's here, he's there, he's here, he's there. And that's not good. That's not good for anybody, especially not for the kids. You have to think of them too, not just yourself. And aside from that, people don't even take marriage seriously. Like, people will be married for 2 years and then they get divorced, and they get divorced because it's that easy. You could get divorced one day, get married the next day, get divorced the next day, and get married again. And it's seriously that easy, and people don't care. They'll go for it, and they'll do what they have to do to get married and get divorced. And that's not how it should be. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how it was meant to be. But that's how people are making it, and that's why it's harder for people nowadays. You can't take a relationship seriously, and you can't like you can't expect for the other person to be supportive if you're not going to do the first move in trying to make something out of your life. Make a marriage work, make a relationship work, or even propose for you guys to get married. Bring up the idea before you even sleep together, or before you even like start a relationship. Start trying to get to know each other. Call me old school, you can call me whatever you want, but that's how I see it, and that's how it should be. That's how it's been for years, and people have never had an issue with it until now. Now it's when people are like trying to get with each other without even getting married, and it's just it's pointless. It's retarded. There's really, like, you're making yourself do weird things. Like, for example, like, let's say you get with someone, and I mean, obviously you're getting with that person because you want something out of them, right? If you're obviously not getting married or not doing things right, you're trying to get laid. And like, you get emotionally involved, but not really. It's just your subconscious going crazy. But once it doesn't work out, once you don't want that person, and that person wants you, and like, it goes crazy, and then it's like aggression and violence, and all these crazy things go on, and all because you couldn't keep yourself away from that person long enough to like do something about it, You couldn't like try to like work something out or like, get married, do it the right way, And why? Because nowadays society doesn't care how things are worked out. You could get with someone and just live together and never get married, and obviously it's okay according to whoever said it's okay. Um, Personally, I do not see it like that. I don't find a point to that. You're just wasting your time because if you are living like that, there's really no relationship. Like he could leave you whenever he wants. She could leave you whenever she wants, and I mean, you're like devastated. You're gonna be depressed. You're gonna be dying, and over someone's love. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's your fault because you decided to take that route in life. Like I said, you could call me old school, but that's how I am. I believe in having, manners, talking to a girl, how she should be talked to respectfully, and, you know, opening the door for somebody, holding the door open, um, helping other people. That's just how I was raised, and that's how I believe it should be. Yeah, but nowadays it's just like all these little kids are so disrespectful, so immature, so retarded, so all they're looking for is to get some, and and that's not how it should be. You should. I'm not saying it's your parents' fault because at the end of the day, it is you who is making these mistakes. But your parents should have taught you better than that, and you should learn to do better than that. There really is no point in trying to like be something that you're not, and trying to go crazy over something that really is pointless sometimes. And all because you want someone and you don't want to do it right. But I mean, nowadays you don't even see marriages go past, I would say, what, 5 years? Well, teenagers in like 20s and their 30s, you don't make it, and if you do see a couple together, it's because they're older and they still have their moral values, which people should have. And I respect them for that. I respect people who have been together for as long as they have been, and they're still faithful to each other. Even, I mean, obviously you're gonna have issues, you're gonna have fights, but I mean, if you do love each other as much as you loved each other the first day, why can't you make it work like you made it work then? I mean, obviously you're with that person for a reason, not just because you're with them. You chose them at the end of the day. You chose the person you want to be with. And why can't you feel the same way you felt for them the first time you met them? It is the same person, it is the same thing. You're just not seeing it like that. You just want to move on, you want to get something new, and that's not how it is. That's not how relationships and marriages work, So, I mean, just think about it, A little bit of thought to that. Another thing I do want to talk about is about school and friends. I don't believe in mixing both of those together. If you know me, you know that I don't mix business with pleasure. um, it's not that. It's just I don't like mixing school friends with outside friends. I don't go for that. I've had friends in school. I have friends outside of school, and I've never mixed them. And the reason is because at the end of the day, I don't really see people I talk to in school as friends. I mean, look at it now. I'm out of school, and honestly, I could count the people I talk to from when I talked to in school with my hands. So it's like less than 10 people, I would say. And that's because, I mean, obviously they're not your friends. I mean, obviously you hang out in school, you have someone to talk to, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're not talking to them, if you don't trust them with everything, they're not your true friends. And I've seen that, throughout the years I've seen that, and I've realized the truth, and also I was talking to someone the other day, and she was saying that how to choose friends, how to choose friends in school and who to hang out with. Well, first of all, if you do plan on talking to people in school, if you want to do that whole friendship and whatever, do it right. Don't go with people you think you like. Don't go with people you might like. Don't go with people that ignore you. Don't go with people that are just trying to have fun with you for the wrong reasons. Like, actually, use you for their amusement. Um, and don't go with fake people. That's like the worst part. Like, they'll try to be your friends one day, and then the next day it's just, it all went downhill. I don't see that. I don't see that as friends. I don't see that as a good thing at all. And don't go with weird people either. They're just creepy in a whole nother level. But yeah, be true to yourself and hang out with people that are true to themselves and that will actually accept you and for you, don't want to change you, don't want you to do this, don't want you to do that. I've had a lot of experiences in school where this girl started going out with this guy and she started hanging out with their friends, and it all went downhill from there. It's just she started drinking, she started doing drugs and all this, and all for a guy. And then once they broke up, she still hung out with him and she was the same person, and she just continued doing bad. So, just watch out what you do, who you hang out with, and why you do it. Be friends with people because you want to be friends with them, not just because you want to fit in or because you're trying to be a part of something. Avoid that. Also, a really cool thing I want to talk to you guys about today is Latinos. My Mexicans, my Puerto Ricans, my Salvadorians, everyone, all my Latinos, all my Spanish-speaking people. Today is actually a cool day for all the people that are here illegally. Hopefully soon you'll get, licenses, and then after that, papers. We're hoping soon, cause I don't see why that's a bad thing. You guys should, they should get them, and I honestly don't see how that's a bad thing. Like, they made it here for a better life, and how obviously, okay, look, if the government doesn't have the correct system to get people papers and help them come here and at least just work, from the beginning, what makes you think they're not gonna try to come here one way or another? It's your fault for not having a system that could get them the help they need, or the papers, or a legal way to get here. It takes years to even try to get a visa, and for what? At the end of the day, it's like, well, maybe in your family one person can come, and like, that's not nice. That's not the way to go. And there's a reason why there is illegal immigrants, because the system, how the system's set up, and that's the only reason. But aside from that, I do want to talk about something a little bit different. Okay, so